In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to balance work and personal life with productivity. So let's get started. Perspective plans with new videos and podcasts weekly. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/perspective plans for exclusive videos and more. Visit perspectiveplans.com for all of your planner and stationery needs. Only at Perspective Plans, helping you plan for what's to come. Hello everyone, I'm Christina B. Rising and welcome to the Perspective Plan Show, where I help you boost your productivity and stay organized so that you can easily handle whatever life throws at you. I upload new videos and podcasts every single week, so be sure to subscribe so you won't miss anything. Shop for workbooks, printables, and stickers at perspectiveplans.com. And last but not least, this episode would not be possible without the support of our Perspective Plans patrons and channel members. Thank you. Now let's get into this episode. Do you feel like work is all you do? You're not alone yourself. According to a number of data, over 60% of American workers believe that their work-life balance is not in equilibrium. But with so much work being done at home, how can you manage your professional and even personal life? In order to be more productive, how do you manage your workload? Is attending a yoga session once a week enough? Most importantly, how can you determine what works in a world when the lines between work and home are becoming increasingly hazy? It might seem natural to feel overburdened and even overworked, since so many people struggle to strike a balance between their professional and personal lives. It need not be, however. Here we'll determine both good and harmful work-life patterns and discuss strategies that managers and people may use to better balance the two. What is meant by work-life balance? Keeping your personal and professional lives in harmony is known as having a healthy work-life balance. It entails deliberately allocating your time and resources to fulfill obligations on a personal and professional level, while placing a premium on your well-being and, of course, self-care. According to a line of reasoning, in a perfect world, we might spend time doing activities that fulfill us as individuals after work. This might be partaking in a pastime or socializing with our loved ones. The following are a few characteristics of good work-life balance. Time management is the art of efficiently planning and prioritizing duties so that you have adequate time for both professional and, of course, personal obligations, such as spending time with your loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or even setting and achieving objectives. Flexibility is the capacity to modify your schedule to meet unanticipated demands or personal requirements without endangering your ability to fulfill obligations at work. Putting stress reduction techniques into practice, such as mindfulness training, regular exercise, taking breaks, and of course disconnecting from work-related activities when necessary. Determining precise working hours and keeping business-related activities apart from personal ones are two ways to set boundaries between work and, of course, personal life. Tip 1. Finish job by a certain time. Tip 1. Finish your job by a certain time. The adage work expands to fulfill the time allotted is true, and working from home makes it much more likely for work to bleed into your personal time. Decide when the day's work should stop and then make sure it happens by securing your office, shutting off connected gadgets, or even making plans for the evening. Maintaining a good work-life balance requires having a clear endpoint for your workday, particularly in remote settings where boundaries are prone to get blurred. Establish a clear cutoff hour to help you resist the urge to let work into your personal time. Closing your home office door, turning off work-related equipment, or even planning an after-work activity are all ways to let others and yourself know that the work week is officially over. Following the structured method helps you to establish a mental boundary between your personal and professional life, which makes it easier for you to relax and, of course, rejuvenate. Moreover, adhering to a regular finish time promotes regularity and predictability, which eventually improves well-being and, of course, productivity. Recall that setting aside time for leisure is essential for maintaining long-term professional success, in addition to being good for your personal and, of course, mental well-being. Tip 2. Make a plan beforehand. Make a plan in advance to fit in work with social, recreational, or even physical pursuits. If you have many virtual meetings scheduled in succession, consider taking them during a stroll. If the surrounding noise permits, you might even take a call outdoors or ask a buddy to collaborate with you while working. Making a plan in advance is a proactive approach to balancing job responsibilities with other facets of life, such as socializing, leisure, or even fitness activities. If your calendar is jam-packed with back-to-back online meetings, think about taking them while exercising, like even taking a stroll. This improves not only physical health, but also productivity and cognitive performance. Alternatively, if ambient noise levels are reasonable, take advantage of the freedom that comes with working remotely by moving your workplace outside for a change of scenery. This will preserve productivity while promoting a feeling of connection and, of course, camaraderie. You may optimize productivity and pleasure by purposely integrating. You can optimize productivity and pleasure by purposely integrating work duties with other activities. This improves work-life balance and overall happiness. Tip 3. Find a hobby or a pastime you like and, of course, pursue it outside of work. It will be simpler to turn off work notifications and conclude your day at a certain time if you have something fun planned after your work. Our hobbies provide us more vigor and, of course, energy. Playing creatively helps us to return to work as our new selves. Finding and pursuing hobbies outside of work is a great way to prevent burnout and is essential to keeping a good work-life balance. Developing passion-driven pastimes or interests not only offers a much-needed diversion from work-related tensions, but also improves our general well-being. Reviving your vitality and creativity may be achieved by immersing yourself in things that you actually like, such as athletics, painting, gardening, or even playing an instrument. These times of play and self-expression lift your soul and provide a feeling of accomplishment, which in turn renews your outlook on work when you go back. Furthermore, having something to look forward to after work provides a strong incentive to prioritize personal time and detach from professional obligations, highlighting the significance of boundaries and self-care in attaining both long-term happiness and success in the workplace. Tip 4. Accept the functioning of your brain. Utilize productivity tricks such as the Pomodoro timer to work in little concentrated sessions. To make the most of your time, shut off any other distractions. Accepting the way your brain works may greatly increase output and, of course, efficiency. The brain tends to function best on focused bursts of activity, so using methods like the Pomodoro timer, which divides work into short focus periods followed by shorter breaks, is in line with this inclination. When you dedicate yourself entirely to a job for a certain amount of time without interruption, you maximize engagement and focus, which results in higher productivity and, of course, better quality work. This strategy is further supported by purposely filtering off outside distractions, such as by turning off alerts or even selecting a quiet place. By accepting the way your brain functions, you may maximize its potential, changing the way you work and increasing your output overall. Tip 5. Work that makes you long for balance should be reconsidered. You may need to consider how you might alter the job you perform or the method you do it if it seems wholly unconnected. If it seems wholly unconnected to the pursuits that pique your curiosity, excitement, energy, and, of course, feeling of purpose. Although employment cannot and should not fulfill every individual's desire for meaning, purpose, social interaction, and, of course, challenge, it should still provide moments of fulfillment, achievement, and connection. It's imperative that you reassess your career goals if you want more satisfaction and, of course, harmony in your life. Look into options for change if your present employment does not include tasks that fulfill your feeling of purpose, passion, or even excitement. Think about how you may better incorporate activities that correspond with your beliefs and interests into your work life, or how you might realign your professional path. Even if it's unreal to expect to satisfy all of your needs, including challenges, social interaction, meaning, and purpose, it should still provide moments of fulfillment. Through proactive pursuit of possibilities that better correspond with your own goals and principles, you may foster a more harmonious and rewarding career that enhances your general well-being and feeling of satisfaction. Tip 6. Allocate specific time slots for certain activities. Set aside time to attend meetings, check and react to messages, and do intellectually taxing tasks. Arranging these chores around your own periods of highest productivity helps. Creating time blocks for different jobs is a smart way to efficiently manage your workload. You may provide discipline and clarity to your daily calendar by designating certain times for intellectually taxing tasks. By scheduling these blocks at the times that you are most productive, you can make sure that you work on each activity while you are awake and, of course, focused, which will maximize output and, of course, efficiency. This method also reduces decision fatigue and context switching, which helps you stay focused and on task throughout the day. Customizing your time blocks to match your own rhythms will maximize productivity and improve overall performance. Regardless of whether you're a night owl who likes to handle communication later in the day or a morning person who thrives on taking on hard activities early. Tip 7, talk to your management or even new management. A common factor contributing to poor work-life balance is the worry that we're not accomplishing enough. You may set priorities for how you spend your time by speaking with your superiors. It may be time to discuss hiring more assistants or simplifying certain chores if there is indeed too much to accomplish. Finding long-term solutions and resolving work-life balance concerns need open conversation with your management. It's normal to feel overburdened by the never-ending push to do more, but talking to your supervisors about your worries will help you to get clarity and direction on how best to use your time and, of course, your resources. By communicating your workload and any difficulties you're having, you provide your boss with the ability to help you set priorities and make the required changes. If it seems like you're getting too much work done, you may need to look at ways to lighten the load, like employing more employees or even simplifying procedures. Having a positive conversation with your boss promotes teamwork in addressing problems and even guarantees that your welfare is still given first priority in the workplace. For a last resort, seek a new manager, perhaps even a new line of work that puts so much strain on your mind or even your body. Tip 8, utilize technology to assist with unplugging. Block distracting websites using an app throughout the day and after work. Block job-related websites. Try to limit your work to a single device or maintain a single device free of work so that you may unplug entirely. Using technology to its full potential can help you efficiently manage digital distractions and preserve a good work-life balance. To help you remain focused and productive, think about using programs that limit access to websites that are distracting during the times you have set aside for work and work alone. In a similar vein, use technologies that limit access in emails and business-related apps after hours, drawing a line between work and, of course, your personal time. Adopting the strategy of limiting work to one device or even designating a specific device for non-work allows you to completely unplug during your downtime, promoting more rest and, of course, renewal. You may prioritize your well-being in an increasingly linked world and have a more harmonious connection with digital gadgets by using technology to set boundaries between work and even your personal life. Tip 9, communicate with a therapist or even a coach. Working with a professional may be quite beneficial if you feel overwhelmed, trapped, or even unsure about how to start disconnecting. The correct questions may be asked by a coach or a counselor who can also assist you in determining which adjustments will have the most effects and how to begin. One piece of advice: begin modestly. You could be hoping for a better work-life balance, but because your habits have been developed over time, they probably won't alter quickly. For instance, attempting to limit your screen time to a certain number of hours would undoubtedly make you more frustrated if your objective is to decrease it. If you set a lower goal for yourself, like taking one 5-minute tech-free break each day, you're more likely to maintain your new habit. Tip 10, take a break and, of course, use your PTO. Being at home all the time makes it easy to attempt to recover from ailments that would have kept you at home instead of work. Sick days, personal days, holidays, and times of grief are all examples of time off that is crucial for sustaining your well-being. Maintaining general well-being requires taking frequent breaks, especially in remote work environments where it may be difficult to distinguish between personal and, of course, professional life. Avoid the temptation to push through ailments or even difficulties that normally call for a day off from work. Put your health first by taking sick days when required and giving yourself enough time to relax and, of course, recuperate completely. Aside from that, schedule personal time for pursuits that uplift and, of course, nurture your soul, such as hobbies, family time, or just taking short breaks for your self-care. Similarly, do not undervalue the significance of holidays and bereavement leave in offering chances for rest, introspection, and psychological recovery. You may improve your ability to succeed both personally and professionally, and invest in your general well-being by appreciating the importance of taking breaks and cherishing times of relaxation. Share this awesome episode with someone you know who needs it to help them plan for what's to come. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I hate for you to miss the next episode. Now let's get into our recap. So let's do a quick recap just in case you missed a tip. Tip 1, finish a job by a certain time. Tip 2, make a plan for beforehand. Tip 2, make a plan beforehand. Tip 3, find a hobby or pastime you like and pursue it outside of work. Tip 4, accept the functioning of your brain. Tip 5, work that makes you long for balance should be reconsidered. Tip 6, allocate specific time slots for certain time activities. Tip 7, talk to your management or even new management. Tip 8, utilize technology to assist with unplugging. Tip 9, communicate with a therapist or even a coach. Tip 10, take a break and of course use your PTO. If we all did the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. Thomas Edison. Why is a healthy work-life balance so crucial? People require diversity in their meals and lifestyles to maintain long-term health and, of course, energy levels. People need to take breaks and partake in a range of activities in order to maintain a work-life balance. We often make the mistake of thinking that we can continuously, or that an 8-hour workday corresponds to 8 hours of production. But for many people, it is difficult, if not impossible to do. Furthermore, overworking has detrimental effects on both companies and even its workers. People who are workaholics or who find it difficult to take care of themselves are more likely to experience exhaustion, burnout, and even health problems linked to stress. Employees that have a poor work-life balance may also put in longer hours, yet produce less. The first step in fixing the connection that exists between work and home life is realizing that it is out of balance in the first place. Even if it might take some time, little daily or weekly routines can have a big impact over time. I just want to take a moment to thank our patrons and channel members. This episode would not be possible without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support the show, visit patreon.com/perspectiveplans today. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I truly appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments or your podcast review what tip you'll be using. Keep planning for what's to come, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.